Alright, Jingliu just came out, and you know what that means. Yeah, we got another 5-star destruction character, and I'm one of the lucky ones that already have one of the strongest destruction characters in the game, which is Heng, Imbibitor Lunae. So there's only just one question. Who hits harder? I'm not really somebody who's a professional Star Rail player, I'm a real casual gamer. All I wanna see is big numbers. And in this video, I'm just gonna find out who does the bigger numbers. When Heng 5-star came out, I was actually really surprised how strong he is. Literally hitting harder than every character before. So first of all, we have to find out how strong is my Heng Imbibitor Lunae. With just doing the normal collects, and I'm also not buffing him, and my Heng is actually pretty good. He has a pretty decent build. I'm gonna show the stats later. 25,000. And now we have the area damage, of course, 42,000 with multiple targets. And the 9,000 damage ult again, non-crit I guess. And a 42,000 with multiple targets again. Let's test the old ult here. Just as damage comparison. 18,000 with multiple targets. Now we're gonna use all our action points just to see max damage here. 50,000, that's with multiple targets. Okay, we're gonna do the same dungeon with Jingliu, and we're gonna see how hard she's hitting in this area. Showing off the stats from my Heng 5-star. Yes, 75 crit rate, 113% crit damage on the fall of an Ian super in position 4, which I'm also gonna give this weapon or the light cone to Jingliu. The first thing I have to do is actually get her. I gotta say here that I didn't even want it to pull for Heng 5-star. It actually was an accident that I pulled him. I got Weld and then 1, 2, 3, 8 pulls later I got Heng. So it actually was an accident that I got him, because I wanted to save up for Jingliu and Fuxian. But hey, now we have 6,000 crystals and 7 free pulls. Let's actually see if I actually can get her. 18 pulls in, so let's find out if I'm lucky today. There she is, Jingliu. She looks kind of different. Okay, that never happened. Oh! Well, too easy. You either win in this game or you lose. And yeah, just gonna skip this, because we know what's gonna happen. Double Jingliu. Never mind. There she is. Let's level her up. I also got the Clara light cone. Is this one better for Jingliu? So I'm actually gonna leave this at level 60 just to compare the damage. And I know there's more potential with this character. Don't tell me in the comments. So now we gotta level her up and steal all the equipment from Heng. This is mine now. Except for this one, we need ice damage. Maybe we're gonna be lucky. I have a good feeling about this one. It's I still gotta level up her traces. And her level. I heard that the normal attack is kinda useless, so I'm not gonna level this at all. I wonder if her ult hits harder than Heng's. And max HP, we take this. Oh, we take speed. Crit damage increased by 10%, that's big. Level them up to level 6 at least. She actually gets a lot of speed with the traces. And even more crit damage. Oh my god. She got 140% crit damage, 74% crit rate, 2000 attack. And I'm also gonna check which trace level is Heng. He got level 3. Wait, his ult is only level 3? Alright, skill is level 7 and his talent level 4. Wow, his stats were actually pretty low, huh? Maybe it's a bad comparison now because everything with her is level 6. Kinda forgot about this one. Alright, let's see the first impression. 11,000, that was her elemental skill, I guess. Her skill. Okay, let's try it again, because I know she needs like stacks. That's what I remember from watching one video. When she has 3 stacks, she's changed her form. Yeah, that's it. And now she can do way more damage, right? Multiple target damage. 23,000. Is this the conclusion of the video? Is she weaker than Heng? Let's just do autoplay. I guess for multiple targets, maybe she's worse. Oh, 31,000? Let's see her ult damage. 43,000. Okay, her ult definitely scales better than Heng's. 26,000. I also heard you can buff up her damage with Bronya a lot. So we're gonna do this after this. But first impression, they're pretty similar number-wise. 40k. Ult. Another 40. Okay, that's pretty decent. Like, her ult is really strong. 24k with single target. I'll just take this as a first impression. This is not really like max build characters, guys. Don't expect this from this video. This is literally just a casual player perspective, man. I do feel like in total she does more damage than Heng. But that's also because I didn't max his talents and ult. Probably could have done way more damage. I'm actually gonna max both just to try out what's the possibilities. And don't tell me in the comments that I shouldn't use autoplay. I want to play this game AFK like everybody else. I don't want to be a tryhard in this game. 15k single target. Okay. I think we got a good first impression, man. I feel like they're really similar damage-wise. There's not a lot of difference. Alright, now he's maxed out too. I leveled up all his traces. Now it's a fair comparison. Take back all the relics. Gonna add Bronya. Let's see his ult damage now when it's leveled up. 13,000. Okay, that's not very impressive. Max scale damage here with multiple targets. Let's see. 38,000. Buff up his damage. Triple skill points. Let's see. With Bronya buff. 52,000. 36,000. Not very different than before. Alright, let's get Jingliu back. Jingliu's damage versus Heng. This time with Bronya. Damage boost. Okay. 5k normal attack. 40,000. And ult. It's gotta be 40,000 too. Oh, that's already like 80k in total, man. It's pretty impressive. But I gotta say they're very similar damage-wise. Now we got the Bronya ult. This should hit very hard now. 50,000. Now we're gonna try this at a boss. Go for Fu Xuan because we're gonna go max level. Wanna play the game on easy mode? Get Fu Xuan next time. 7k ult. 32,000 elemental skill. Okay, big numbers. Here we go. Wait, 6,000 only. 17,000. 24,000. That's pretty decent. 32,000, but that's multiple targets. And 38,000 multiple targets. Let's see the ult. It's 37,000 multiple targets. Alright, we saw numbers between 30 and 50,000 damage. Let's see how hard is Heng's gonna hit. And yeah, I'm gonna use autoplay. 71,000 already. But I guess she has imaginary damage weakness. Is this why? 59,000. At least for this boss, he's way better already. 77,000. 59,000. Well, he's hitting harder than Jingliu, I think. Let's see the ult. Yeah, I just think the ult is stronger with Jingliu. So maybe in total damage, they're really close. But it kind of feels like that Heng does more. But if you add up the ult damage with the skill damage, it might be really close. But I think in conclusion, Jingliu's ult hits way harder than Heng's. But they're really close to each other. I would probably say with multiple targets, Heng's gonna win. But since Jingliu's ult has better scaling, I think single target Jingliu is gonna be better. But it's really hard to tell. I would just give both of these characters a 10 out of 10. It's just Heng needs more skill points. And you can actually buff up Jingliu like a super strong hyper carry because the team still has a lot of skill points, which you cannot really do with Heng. And you can also play double DPS with Jingliu. This is a really big plus in comparison to Heng. You cannot really play double DPS because you need all the skill points for him. So if you want to play double DPS, and that's gonna be in total more damage than having just one DPS with Heng. Depends on what type of player you are. If you want to have the one single strong hyper carry that uses all the skill points, go for Heng. If you want really strong single target and overall really close damage to Heng, you can also add a double DPS like Blade you can easily go for Jingliu. Of course, I was also not using the best sets for both of them. I was literally using just stat relics with good stats. There's so much stuff that I can improve with this. So I don't really see a winner in this video. It's really hard to tell because their damage-wise are really similar. They both still do more damage than Blade, if this is what you want to know. Yep. But hey, Blade is just a self-sustainer and it's kind of different. Hey, let's be real, she's hot and she's a girl, so she wins. Also, the animation is sick. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my content. Thank you for watching and I see you in the next one. Bye bye.